Hey, I heard you like making it into Mythic. We're playing Red Deck Wins. So this is my Red Deck Wins deck that I am playing to try to rank up all the way into Mythic. We're sitting at like Diamond 2 right now. All of the metagame that we're playing against is just the same deck that we're playing, and Azorius Control. And so let's start with our one-drop options. We're playing 4 Fervent Champion, 4 Scorch Spitter, and 4 Shock. We are not playing Infuriate, and we're not playing Tin Street Dodger. I think Tin Street Dodger is not potent enough of a card on its own, though it does have good synergy with Robber of the Rich. And as far as Infuriate / Rimrock Knight, since we're pretty much only playing against red, I think it's worse to open yourself up to the 2-for-1 when you get shocked when you're trying to pump your own creature instead of just shocking opponent when they play their creatures. And then in our 2-drop slots, we're playing a 1-off Chandra's Pyrohelix. This is to cheese other X1 creature decks. We're playing 4 Robber of the Rich because this card is incredible. We're playing 4 Runaway Steamkin so we can just run away with the game. For Annex, we're only playing 3 Bonecrusher Giant, but I still honestly do think it's worth it to put 1 Chandra's Pyrohelix. And we're playing 4 Light Up the Stage, only 2 Torbrand, 4 Embercleave, and we're on 22 lands because on 21 lands I keep getting screwed at 2 mountains with a bunch of 3-mana cards in my hand, and I was not having fun with that. So yeah, that's the current deck. We're not playing the Phoenix just because there's too many good cards in that you have to make some really difficult cuts. So that's the deck, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay. Alright, on the play, 2 lands. Good body, good body, good body. Decent spells, especially with the Steamkin. We will keep Lord of Life Gain. That's a little ominous for the red deck. So we'll play our 1-drop and pass. Just gonna think about which 2-drop to play real quick. This will give us a little more information about his deck, or maybe not. So probably some sort of Simic Flash. Get another trigger here. Opponent trading with the Robber. And so we're free to cast our Steamkin and light up the stage. And next turn we will go Annex, light up the stage. I'd rather cast the card from exile into counterspell rather than Torbrand. And this way we can still swing for pretty decent damage and light up the stage to pump the Steamkin. To play the Annex. So we're running away with the game a little bit. Opponent not really able to counter too many spells. They're not on blue, blue, green, green, so we don't have to be afraid of a Frilled Mystic. I think I cast this because I have to, and then we can still light up the stage again. And that's showing lethal if opponent doesn't have counter and bounce. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if it gets countered. Doesn't look too good for opponent. And unsummon? Spectral Sailor. Light up the stage. Pump the Steamkin. Shock off the top. Alright, good game, Lord of Life Gain. Alright, we got our first big diamond. This hand isn't terribly exciting. It's kind of heavy. So we'll go Scorch Spitter first, in case we could draw into the second Fervent Champion, and maybe this will eat the shock already. He'll probably just cast a Fervent Champion of his own. So we'll abuse our on-the-play privilege, steal his shock for the next turn. And he's all worried about going too slow now. He's probably going to shock our robber, so we can't use his shock. So we have a nice top end, but we're kind of stalled out a little bit. I guess we can go Torbrand into Embercleave. See if he draws into another big removal spell, just to Embercleave and Torbrand of his own. So he really wants to play a land and play the Torbrand. Good game, Waldo. Manifest reality in which I win. Alright, on the play, Sweet Curve. This game I'm actually going to go hasty. This thing is more likely to get shocked than the Scorch Spitter, and we want the Robber to make it through. Show us your Gutter Bones. So we'll do our best this game to make it through the Mogi's favor. And the Myers Grasp. Getting pretty close, folks. A Myers Grasp he can't have. And if we hit land and we get hit with a removal spell, we could still Embercleave. Ayara. Oh, that's cute. We'll go to blocks. We'll go to Embercleave. There can only be one decision here. Alright, opponent at 10. We'll see if they can do anything about it. We can put him at 9 with our spell is lethal. We're just gonna go. Is this instant? No. Go to blocks. Excuse me. We will go to first strike damage. that's lethal. Good game, Regno. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a really hard climb up from the silver into gold, into platinum, into diamond, but we made it to mythic. Thanks for watching my climb to mythic. It can be this easy for you too. All you have to do is buy all the wild cards for the red deck wins deck. This is the list that we ended up finishing out with: 4 Fervent Champion, 4 Scorched Spitter, 4 Shock, 1 Chandra's Pyrohelix to cheese out enemy red and sometimes even kill 2 Healer's Hawks with 1 stone, 4 Rubber of the Rich, 4 Runaway Steamkin, 4 NX, 3 Bone Crusher Giants, 4 Light Up the Stage, 2 Torbrand, 4 Embercleave. And then we finished on 4 Castle and 18 Mountains because at 21 lands I was getting stuck on 2 lands too frequently, so I went up to 22. That's the deck, and I hope that you enjoyed the gameplay. Please like and subscribe and tune in for more Mythic gameplay.